Hello and welcome back to one of my videos and one of my absolute most favorite project pens. This is the update for the Panthoseeyeshadows project pen, and yeah, in here I am always working on 6 shades at a time. I am not working on duplicate shades, on blacks or on glitters, and yeah, let's head right into the update. And again, as always, the creator of this project pen, Alexi, is going to be linked down in the description box. Yeah, but now let's head into the update. The first eyeshadow palette you can already see here. This is the BH Blueberry Muffin palette, and in here is the shade that has been in here the longest. And in here I was working on this color called Sweet, and yeah, my goal for these shades is either to use them 30 times or hit pan on them, and I did use it 31 times now. I did use it 13 more times the last month to be able to get to the 31 usage mark, so I am actually able to roll this out. So I'm starting with a roll out already, and this I really love. It's a bit glittery in my opinion, or very shimmery, let's say it like that, but I still really enjoy this and I love this palette. I'm going to swatch out this color. So this is the first rollout. I also do have several single shades in this project currently. The first one is this shade called Reverse by Glam Shop Poland, and I did use it 6 times the last month for a total of 30 times now as well. And this is interesting. This is almost like a silicone-y feeling eyeshadow, but and very glittery, which I normally don't really enjoy, but it's kind of the amount of glitter that I can still enjoy in a way. And also the silicone feeling doesn't really matter. I only used it on the outer part of my eyes though, and there I don't have too much problem of creasing with eyeshadows there, so I did not have any problem with this creasing, but I also did not use it in the inner part of my eyes or eyelid, so I don't really know if it would crease there, but I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. And actually you can see a little bit of a pen dip, I think you can see, and for this one being basically brand new when I wrote this in, I really enjoy seeing a little bit of a dip in here, but at the same time it's very soft to the touch, and that's why probably I can see a dip already. And that's the second shade I'm able to roll out this update around. Next up we do have this Hello Kitty palette from Colourpop, which I did not use a lot previously in the last few updates, and this is how the shade looks like now. I am working on La Piña, and I did use this one 6 more times the last month for a total of 8, because I only used it twice previously, even though this has been in here for I think 3 or 4 months now. Yeah, so I am at 8 uses now, so this is the first shade that will stay in here. And next is this Sigma Corderosa palette, and in here I am working on the shade Medallion, and I did use it 15 times the last month, which is a lot. But I really enjoy using this, and it's one of the few matte shades currently in my color story. I did use it 15 times for a total of 23 times now. And when I wrote this in, I was so about it because I thought, oh, I'm just going to work on another brown. But this is actually, I really enjoy this. This has a mustard kind of undertone to it, especially when using it on my underneath my lower lash line. I really love it for using it like that, and it's not just the standard brown in my opinion. But anyway, I have to keep this in here because I only used it for 23 times now, and I want to get to 30 times. So yeah, obviously I'm not going to hit pan on this one. Then we have another single shade, and it's again by Glam Shop Poland, which is quite fun in my opinion because I have a lot of single shades, but then having two from the same brand in here. Yeah, this is called Dragon Fruit, and I did use this one 6 times since the last update for a total of 14 times now, so this is staying in as well. And again with this one, I think with this one you can definitely see a little bit of a dip now. And again, this was brand new when I started using it, so this is nice to see that it kind of looks at least a little bit used now. And this is more of a subtle shade, but again a very nice shift to it. Yeah. And the last shadow in my last month's color story was this Tarte Chrome paint pot in the color Unleashed. And I did use this one 9 times for a total of 23 times now. So also with this one, only 7 more uses to go. I really do enjoy these Tarte Chrome paints. This might not be the most special shade, but I am very sad that they discontinued these shades or these chrome paints because I really love the quality and the formula of them. But yeah, this is staying for next month as well. So there you go. These are the 2 shades that I did roll out. These are the shades that I am keeping in here. And in total, this was last month's color story. I'm also going to insert it for you in this video. Yeah, let's talk about it. I'm very happy that I finally rolled out this BH Cosmetic shade because this was in here for such a long time, even though it's a absolutely stunning shade and easy to use color. But yeah, anyway, if you watch my videos, you will know that I always roll in backup shades, and I do that because I kind of already want to work on them, especially if I have shades that I only have like 2 or 3 more uses on them. I am happy to have a backup shade in there to be able to already work on. And yeah, that's what I kind of do almost every update now. Yeah, and I did so the last update because I already knew that I want to focus on these two and that I probably am going to hit my goal on them. So I'm going to show you 2 more shades that I already wrote in as backup shades the last month now. And the first one is another single shadow. I told you I have a lot of single shades, and some of them got rolled in this time, and this is by Terra Moon's Cosmetics and it's the shade Comet. I only did use this twice though, just because, I don't know, I focused on more warmer tones and purple looks the last month, so I didn't really use this. But 2 uses on this already, and this is rolling in for this month's color story. Or this month's shades to work on. This is so colorful. It's not very cohesive though. Yeah, so that's the first backup shade. And the second backup shade comes out of my BH Cosmetics Mimosa palette. And in here, I was working on Vibes, which is the second color up here. And I did use this 11 times already because I used it a lot in the combination with the matte brown shade by Sigma. And yeah, so I used it 11 times already, and this is rolling in as the 6th shade to work on from now on. Oh, that's a bad swatch. Wait. And this is my new color story. It's so colorful, which I love for summertime. But then again, it's also, in my opinion at least, not really cohesive. The 2 shades that I think will go perfectly together is this dragon fruit shade and the shade I just swatched, because also this with this just will look very nice, I think. So this is my new color story for the next month, and I am excited. I'm very excited for those 2 shades because these are, first of all, very bright and colorful shades for the summertime now, and second of all, I love my Terra Moon shades, and I also just really enjoy this BH shade a lot. Yeah, so as for backup shades, let's talk about them for this month. So for the Hello Kitty Lavinia shade, I'm not going to roll 1 backup shade in because I only used it 8 times so far. For the Sigma Medallion shade, I am going to roll a backup shade in because I only have to use it 7 more times. Plus it's a very neutral matte shade that I can use in a lot of looks, especially with the yellow, for example. But I did also wear it with the purple. It's an easy shade to use. Then we have the Dragon Fruit shade from Glam Shop Poland, which I did use 14 times, so I'm not going to roll a backup shade in for this one. Then for the Tarte Unleashed eyeshadow, I did use this 23 times as well, so only 7 more uses to go with this one. So I am going to roll in a new backup shade for this one again as well. And then for these 2, I am not going to roll a backup shade in yet, even though I used this one 11 times already, but 11 times is just not enough to roll in a backup shade yet. So yeah, let's roll in those backup shades. The first backup shade I am rolling in, I always roll in with the Wheel of Names, and I'm going to insert you the footage of me rolling it in now. So as you saw at the footage, I rolled in this Eva Beauty Desert Sunset palette, and this is literally one of my brand new palettes. I made an Elfa Beauty purchase when they announced they are going out of business, and I made a Viseart purchase, and these are the two very brand new eyeshadows I do have in my collection. And so yeah, I'm going to show you first. I did not use this one at all yet. This is how the palette looks like. In here are 10 shades, and the way I roll this is also randomly. I am going to choose a paper with a number on it, which I'm going to do now. So I have the numbers 1 to 10 written down on paper here, and I am just going to choose one paper out of here. And I chose the number 6. So I am going to work on the 6th shade in the palette. Plus I already looked how I'm going to count them. I'm going to count them from left to right. Yeah, we're gonna look at it now. So I said I'm going to count from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the shade I'm going to roll in as a backup shade. It's not the most exciting because I do have a lot of these like orangey shades with a golden shift to it. But yeah, I'm rolling this in, and I am actually excited to see how these shades perform, because this is the very first Elfa Beauty eyeshadow I ever try. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So let's watch it out. It's very, very subtle. Wait. To be honest, it feels very dry, and it's also very subtle, but we will see how I can get along with this. If I don't like it, if I like it, we will see. And as I just mentioned, I never tried anything from that brand actually before. And if I roll in more than one backup shade, I am rolling this in with this pile of paper basically, where I have numbers written down on paper again, but for every single shade in my collection. And yeah, I'm going to choose one out of here for my second backup shade this time around. So the shade I am rolling in is for the number 107, and I am going to be right back and see what shade this is in my collection. So I'm back, and the number 107 corresponds to this Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadow in the shade Solitary, and oh my god, it's going to be such a pink orangey color story. Oh god. Anyway, I'm rolling this in. As you are able to see, I never even touched this before again. Yeah, let's watch it out. It's a multichrome, I think. And I do own several Lethal shades, but I never actually used this newer formula, like these multichromes. These are actually quite similar. This is just a bit darker and a bit more reddish. Is this too similar for me? I don't know. Honestly, I think I'm going to re-roll, because it's not the same shade obviously, but it's just so similar. I'm not going to wear these. I'm only going to wear one of each. yeah, no, I'm going to actually reroll, even though it's not a complete dupe. But yeah, let's reroll. I just decided I'm going to reroll it. So yeah, I'm going to pick another one out of here. And it's the number 400, and again I will be right back. So the new shade for the number 400 comes out of my sleek palette, my sleek grounded palette. And I'm sorry, this is quite reflective, but the shade I rolled in is actually this shade right here, the fourth shade in this palette, and I am going to roll this one in because this is not too similar with any of my other shades. So yes, there we go. These are going to be my two backup shades, quite neutral shades, and this is going to be my color story from now on. So yes, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I am not as happy as the last time when rolling on in these two because these are just amazing. But yeah, it's fine. I'm going to be able to use them, get some use out of them, and especially see how I like the Ava Beauty formula. So yes, I hope you're doing fine, and I wish you a very, very nice day. Bye!